Hey everybody, Jim Williams here. It's a warm, hot, and humid Monday, and I'm here in the beautiful paradise of Central Florida in Kissimmee, and we're going to take a look at some of the exhibits at the Spence Lanier Pioneer Center in Osceola County Historical Society property here. And I'm out here today with Adam the Woo, so you're going to see some of him as well. Just get ready. Look
up here, look at that bird. It's a massive eagle or a bird. Look at the size of that thing. It actually looks like there's a nest up there. See it?
No.
He's right there, underneath that tree branch. There goes a couple of them, and there's a bigger one. Look up top, right here. Look, right here. There he goes. There's another one right there. Going that way.
The tree is producing birds. Campfire. Wonder what those sticks are for. Moss on the oak trees. Ah, the ambiance of Florida. The sign says Orange Grove. Unfortunately, it is a former orange grove. Looks like the moss took over the orange trees and choked them and left them half dead. Actually, left them totally dead. This is the citrus packing house. I imagine when that used to be an orange grove over there, this was the place where they processed the oranges.
There's where the oranges would have sat, right in that bucket there. Oh, there's some oranges.
There are some oranges.
Aren't you glad I found those?
That, of course, is the unmistakable voice of this guy, Adam the Boo. And here we have the schoolhouse.
I wore the shirt just for this special occasion. Old school and an old school.
Probably not going to be able to get in. Oh, it opens. Now, son, have you ever sat in a school desk like those?
I have, actually. Believe it or not. And you see these initials right here? Those are not mine. See, this used to actually be located in Narcoossee, which is about 20 miles from here, 25 miles. And here's the photo of the school we're actually standing in right now on the original property.
In Narcoossee?
Narcoossee School, 1887.
Wow.
It was a good year. 19 and 23. Look at this kid here.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Everyone
looks really jovial and happy.
Happy, smile.
This is actually the only student pupil that's smiling. This is kind of a half smile.
Interesting.
1923. In case you never knew what a school marm sounded like. Get your reading!
Notice also, boys and girls, that these desks were bolted to the floor. You didn't move your desk around.
Yeah, I can't even move this one. This one actually is bolted. This one actually has some bolts and screws.
There you go.
This one is not bolted.
And out in the corner of the property, I see Adam has located the cane grinder.
There's something down in here. You would think it would be cane. The grinding of the crane happened. The grinding of the cane happened right in here, so you would think the cane would be located in here. There is no cane. is a cane-free zone.
Want to demonstrate how this works, son?
Honestly, I'm not really too sure how it works. So here's a little sign here, prominently displayed, down low there.
Behind the barrel. This grinder was used to squeeze sugar cane to extract the juice.
Here, you can demonstrate. So the horse would be hooked on here, and it would turn this way. Of course, so the horse would start off as a miniature horse, and it would grow into one of the gigantic horses like you see in the Clydesdale Budweiser commercials. So it would become massive, and then magically, through the power of cane sugar, it would go back to one of those miniature horses that you see in a petting zoo. The magic of cane.
As Adam tells me, he's been out here before, back in January.
I was out here.
His daily woo. Check it out. A dinner bell, son.
And making a beeline right for it.
And that's for the cows. This is for the people dinner bell, and that's for the cow dinner bell. As I remember, the cows did not eat with the people. They ate separately from the people. That's why they have two bells.
So the cows would become accustomed to hearing this bell.
Yes, they would.
People would be accustomed to hearing this.
Yes, they would. And people would ignore the bell, this bell. But the cows would hear it, and then the people would hear this ringing triangle thingy, but the cows wouldn't hear that.
What if you were tone deaf?
You would starve. There are no words to describe an afternoon with Adam the Woo. Hey, son?
Yes.
This must be the blacksmith shop.
I think you're right. The first giveaway would be the horseshoes here and the ironwork, and if that doesn't get you in, blacksmith shop sign. That right there is the hint.
It's almost like a progressive message. Yes. You will look at the. You look at chef Robert Habit.
Blacksmith shop.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I ain't. What do you think this does?
That is a sharpening, a sharp...
Oh, we have a toad. There's a toad. That's the blacksmith.
He turned into a toad. Whet wheel.
What is that? This is where you have your yoke of oxen.
Yes.
Or
yes.
if you only had one oxen, it's just an ox.
A yoke of ox.
Is it possible to have a yoke of just one ox? See, I thought yoke was the plural of an ox, but oxen is the plural of ox.
Correct.
So what is a yoke? Is that
yoken?
A massive? Is that a massive amount of oxen?
No.
It's
a yoke is
the version of oxen.
There's nothing like the Woo educational system.
You know, if you tighten that too tight, you might yoke yourself.
Surely you're yoking. Actually, the yoke is the wooden instrument itself. So you take the two ox, which would be plural oxen, and you yoke them together. I wonder if that's an oxymoron.
Good.
It's the smokehouse. You know what a smokehouse was used for?
Well, honestly, I do, because if you may remember correctly, in Rocky III, when Rocky Balboa was trying to train to fight Mr. T, he actually used this exact bag, as far as you know.
I saw that, yes.
Not even the right song. Dun, 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 dun. You were doing like the Lone Ranger, like the generic Lone Ranger version. He was great in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
Hey woman, how about you stay up late at night, dreaming you had a real man, wishing you had a real man. Why don't you bring the pretty little stuff over to my apartment tonight? I'll show you a real man.
Oh, look, you finish in the smokehouse. Then you step right next door to the wash house and look at this modern conveniences in the wash house. You know what these are called, son?
Buckets?
Wash tubs.
Oh yes, they are wash tubs.
They're called wash tubs because they're in the wash house. But that's actually what they're called.
That's where you did your clothes. You put your clothes in here.
Let me tell you a little secret.
Okay.
A little secret from the old man.
You?
Your father
My father.
used to take baths at my grandpa's house on the back porch in a washtub.
In one this size.
That size.
What are the odds of recreating that now and climbing in there? Oh, look at this. Underneath all these spiders, this is an original clothespin.
It is.
That's an original clothespin.
A wooden original clothespin.
I'm an original clothespin.
Quack, 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 quack.
That's pretty neat.
It is.
Just going to set it right there. If anybody ever sees this video, they can come out here and look at that clothespin that I've set up there on that wooden plank. The well has run dry, unfortunately.
This is the pioneer main house of Osceola County, Florida. There's the stove. And over there are a bunch of kitchen appliances and stuff. There looks like what might be a mixer of some sort over that bowl. Here you have the dinner table. And there's Adam the Woo going back to the bedroom. And this is also called a cracker house. Not because it's made out of crackers like a gingerbread house is made out of gingerbread. No, no. It's called a cracker house because I don't really know why it's called a cracker house, but I do know that this is called a shotgun breezeway. And the hallway goes straight through to the back of the house. And this has often been referred to as a shotgun house or a shotgun breezeway because it simply meant you could fire your shotgun straight through the house and not hit anybody. Theoretically. Oh, this must be the mom and pop's room. Oh yes, definitely was the mom and pop's room. There's the wheelchair. You know what that is, son?
Well, let's go back to the wheelchair for a minute.
All right.
They don't make wheelchairs like that. Looks like the comfiest wheelchair known to man. Not only are you in a wheelchair, but you can just pull right up and relax, read a book. Of course, you weren't watching TV in those days. Roll yourself over to the shotgun, still stay comfortable, and ward off criminals, thieves, and hunt jackalope all from your wheelchair. But like you were saying, that's one of the first entertainment televisions of sorts.
Yes. This is the original YouTube. You would put your nose...
Subscribe.
You would put your nose... Let's see. Put your nose in here. This little nose slot right here. Your eyes would go here in the little peering windows. And your picture would be here. And you would look at your picture. That's how you would look at the details of a picture.
I thought maybe it was a mushroom, but it's not mushy. It's hard.
Some kind of a plant, which we do not know. If you know the description of this plant, please leave a comment down below so that we can update our information and become more knowledgeable. Because you know the saying, the more you know, the less you don't know. So Adam is going to be the brave one. Let's see if an alligator comes out or a snake or something. Oh yeah. Oh look, a two-seater.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm too busy posting on my Instagram, taking a picture of this.
Let me see, look. There you go. Ain't that something? You know why they call them Florida crackers?
No, I don't.
Because back in the day, there were cowboys everywhere in Central Florida. And the cracker terminology came from the crack of the whips herding the cattle across the state.
We received, back in them days, papers.
Oh, the Tysons, yeah.
There was 11 children and them two, and I guess they stayed in this house. And the girls slept inside on the floor, and the boys had to sleep on the porch.
The Tysons are a really big family.
Hey, look, son, this is Uncle Milt Hinkle.
Never met him.
I don't remember even what he looks like, but there he is. Great.